Suyu or the Katotkacha or the high loss can make it. You don't want to open the high loss, you don't want to open the Katotkacha, especially the Katotkacha. I don't know why, but in my rank games, I just make sure that the Katot is already out of the position. But okay, I did miss out one of the heroes. Kalia coming onto the picture.
Well, definitely she is a sore contender right there with the amount of CC. But obviously, you can always pick up those purifies. Same goes for the Atlas and for the Tigreal. But then again, when there is a purify, you miss the opportunity for the marksman to go in for that flicker, which can actually help you reposition. So yeah, of course, she is annoying with those heals from the passive, and she can even subdue the frontliners, the ones who are diving in, just like the Katotkacha or the Hylos, who are preferably when they're engaging in the front lines. She can just separate them from the entire team, and as a result, they can just be taken out pretty easily. So yeah, pretty good ban, and the last ban being the Hayabusa, because yesterday we did see how well DS performed on that Hayabusa, taking those triples and winning a losing game. So maybe Blazing Olympus do not want to give that assassin away, but right now we see Yamraj on the Matala. Well, of course, no one wants to give away this hero, PG.
Oh, Matilda being open. Now that's a good match coming in. One of the heroes who does have almost 90% win rate right here at the Mythic Showdown. So I wanted to see the Matilda gameplay coming in, and I think I'm quite lucky to be here today while looking at the Matilda. Now again, she opens up a lot of possibilities. She can make those plays. She can make the jungler go in aggressively and just come out safely as well. So I want to see those kind of gameplays coming in. But at the side of Team Blazing Olympus, they are on a red side. They can pick up something to counter these heroes. Florine still on table, a very good hero. Not exactly like a counter, but it can give a very good damage dealer. But no, that's not the case. Looks like we are looking at a Harith as well as the Barang getting prioritized now. Very well heroes, both the sides, both the especially from the side of Team Blazing Olympus, who taken that Harith. He's definitely dubbed as the king of gold laner as of now, Asiya.
Well, that is new. I'm just listening to it today, PG. So let's just see how Brendan performs on the Harriet because, of course, Harriet is one of the good core laners we have right now. And then again, uh, just looking for the draft for the PS right now, since they picked up that Matilda, they will be going in for more of those tanky picks. And we can already see Phobius being picked up by Jazz. And I think he will be the game changer right here, PG, because look at the amount of dashes Padang has, as well as Harith has right now. And Phobius, right from the early game, he is a hero who can sustain quite a lot and zone away enemies so well. And I think even Blazing Olympus knows. So they have already picked up that Fredrin because that Alpha or Fredrin combo with Matilda is kind of broken.
Okay, interesting picks coming in from both the sides. I wasn't expecting a Fredrin. I really know that Jinx is definitely giggling behind the scenes as of now. So it's definitely like, yeah, let's see, let's go. Interesting though. Every single of us, like our favorite hero is already on the screen. So this is going to be an interesting match to look out for, guys. Now that the Jazz has picked up a 4vs. Now 4vs is going to be annoying. There's quite a lot of dash heroes. He's just going to be there around the mage as well as the marksman. Harith needs to get on a grip. He needs to make sure that he is out of the harm's way. But at the same time, I do feel like this is a vengeance of Phobius.
Well, he might even be on the flicker just to zone away the backliners, if you ask me, PG. And like, okay, one more thing which I really want to think here is that Sicilian is a hero with a long range, and right now, Matilda as well as the Phoebus, both of them are something which more probably a tilt towards a diamond kind of composition. They will be further ahead. So right now, Haitatsu, it is very, very crucial for him to maintain his position so that he's not caught off guard by the Badang. He's not getting those stands from Romcom on that red rin. So maybe to complete that draft right here, maybe he needs some of a intermediary right there, something which can just take that, fill that gap between the frontliners and the backliner, which is the Sicilian.
Oh, that's going to be quite a lot of damage coming in from him. But at the same time, what are they going to pick? Talking about the side of Team Blazing Olympus, they have gone in for the Angela very well. The pick coming in because they have a Fredrin. They cannot go in for a tanky pick. But I'm curious though, there's no high loss ban, there's no Katotka ban, but both the sides are not picking it up. So if they are pushing a Angela to the room, EXP Barang, maybe the Katotkacha on the EXP?
Well, he is, of course, the EXP right there, and materialize the roam. And meanwhile, I think Angela might even be the mage right here because
Oh,
Harriet's
hi.
damage towards the late game might be enough. We have a lot of sustain, considering it will be the Angela and Fredrin, along with that Rarin with those flicker comms. Sicilian has to be really, really careful to avoid being cracked, cut up with those fist cracks right there. Okay, the final two picks from the side of Team DS, picking up the Alpha, just like I said before, the Alpha Matilda or the Fredrin Matilda comp really works out pretty well, and right now it will be pretty useful with that true damage against Fredrin, who will be pretty tanky. And of course, Irithel, she is a great pick against that Harriet, can continuously reposition herself, and when the Salmon force is being popped up, she can just retreat pretty easily and dive back once again when everything is used.
What a picks coming in from the side of Team DS. They really made sure that they have as much as damage onto the backlines as well as on the front laners who will be the one melting down those tanky heroes, especially the Frederick. I really like both of the teams how they were planning about and getting a Aurora. Now, interesting choice of pick here. I do feel like in a way the Irithel can avoid it. The mobility that she has is actually very good that she can actually dodge it if she's very mindful about it. Let's see if are not if they are or not. But at the same time, Jazz, he's going to have a little bit of a harder time. The Phoebus is definitely going to have a little bit of a harder time given the fact that if the freeze lands upon him, there is going to be multiple stuns and it's going to be a chain CC. While there's a Fredwin with the taunt, there's a Barang with the push and pull as well, a little bit of a stun action with his walls. If that can be avoided, team Dakusena can actually survive in those team fights. But Blazing Olympus heavily on that team fight scenario.
Well, definitely, Blazing Olympus, just like you mentioned, do have a lot of anti-dive elements to the team, considering they have Badang, they have our Aurora, one of the major mages who can prevent those diamonds coming in from the Alpha, from the Phobius. But then again, once again, PG, among all of these picks which have been taken up, I think Sicilian might face a really, really hard time right there. He really needs to mind his positioning. But then here we are, ladies and gentlemen, into the land of dawn. This is the best of three and the first game. So, PG, who do you think will get the first blood?
Oh, first game. Here we are. I feel like it would be going down into the hands of Team Blazing Olympus. Look at them playing it quite aggressively. Matilda was just so close being the first blood here. Playing it slow, I believe if if they just get their snowball rolling in, but at the same time, DS are on the same boat. They have to get their snowball onto their hands as much as possible. If they don't, it's going to be a problem. Fredrin's gonna deal so much damage. And let's not forget appraisal where the critical damage that it does, it's truly astonishing. If it lands right on the spot, they are going to be having a problem. As of now, mid lane pressure, it's already on and they
Oh,
know, okay, Haitatsu.
well, that was a good engage coming in right from our Badang, rotating all the way. But we do see small skirmishes happening right there. Alpha killing that gold crab, crucial in the beginning since he does have a favorability when it comes to the retribution right there. Okay, Cecilian with those sanguine claws getting rom-com in a tight situation right there in a really low HP, but will be able to be okay for now. And with that, the first turtle of the game already up. Both the mages looking for that level 4, and here we have the turtle dance.
Let's see. First turtle going in. Blazing Olympus looking quite good. Raren. The frigid glacier look good on Kayashi. He will be going down. But wait a minute. The fight won't stop. The Fovi is trying his best to give some damage, but it's an early game. Angela with the perfect support. Look at them. They're stopping Fovius so much. The guiding winds just comes in quite handy. Flicker already popped up. But wait a minute. Why did he go in?
That was an amazing team fight coming from the side of Blazing Olympus. I mean, just look at the amount of tankiness the early game they have, especially considering the Padang. Once again, he appraises what coming in right there. They are in a pretty low HP, and of course, it will be Alpha getting the second death right there. Romcom, though, will be giving up life right there. And the Circling Eagle trying to look for some engages right there, but then did not have the jungler and they did not have the Phobius. And of course, our Haitatsu will be scaling towards the late game, so definitely a good start for Blazing Olympus. They really need to make sure that they are not giving so much gold to Blazing Olympus, or the Harriet will be just wrecking them.
That's true. Blazing Olympus with a perfect snowball onto their hands. Will they be giving it out or not? I'm curious to know. But team Dakusena, they have to play it slow. They have to make sure that they get their Yamraj farmed up as well as the Irithel, because Funny Valentine, he can turn the tides around and he does have the potential along with Kayashi. But as of now, into the middle lane, a little bit of a skirmish. Rarin still waiting it out. Peekaboo waiting for a peekaboo moment. Will he be able to get it though?
Well, we do not know. Haitatsu might get caught up right there, but no. And right now, Blazing Olympus having a great time simply because Matilda, right before she gets that flask of Oasis, she doesn't have that heal and she doesn't have so much cooldown that she can support a lot. Heal isn't enough. Meanwhile, Angela, right from the start, can heal quite a lot. And considering that they have so much CC right there and Raren already so much tank, just look at him already level 7. Here comes the team fight once again. Phobia's trying to zone them hard away. Hitatsu behind the scenes, and Raran finally grabbing on to attribution. The turtle once again onto the team, and the appraisers what coming in, and Yashi will be taken down once again. Meanwhile, just look at the Harriet taking down Yamraj in a very precarious position. A double kill for him as Jazz will be second on the chopping block right there, trying to take down Hitatsu. Irithel doesn't have enough scaling as she is a late game hero after all.
Oh my, here comes a little bit of a technical issue. Maybe both teams are waiting it out, a little bit of a pause moment for themselves. Let's see. And with that, we'll be having a little pause. But talking about the snowball, that is definitely a lot. Back again onto the caster's desk. Here we are. Oh my god, that early snowball coming in from the side of Team Blazing Olympus is really, really strong.
Well, definitely they should have been careful right there, considering that Matilda was in level 4 and Fredrin was already with the level gap right there. But Jinx, since we're here, I would really like to ask you: are you happy to see Fredrin on onto the game you're casting?
Yeah, I was hoping for a Fredden. I saw the Fredden, and I have to say, Fredden is doing just great, right? He's always there. He's catching them. He's giving that CC that's needed for Aurora to land those freezes, and I think it's working out for them. But we're back into the game. I think it's a minor technical issue, but it's solved now, guys. You can continue.
Well, yeah, let's go. The paws have been taken off now that Raren is already there into that jungle area. They're just like making sure that he would be giving no mercy, right? The bot lane, Funny Valentine already taken off. That's quite a lot to take in. I wasn't expecting such a good rotation coming in, given the fact that they are on a hero that scales like right from mid game to the late game, but they are doing it. They just want to not leave the snowball.
I mean, definitely they are on the roll right now. 7 kills for them, and just look at the 5k goal lead right there. But looking to gang in the top lane. Romcom and the Angela's hard guard coming in clutch right there. 2 versus 4. The rest of the team also coming in. Warren along with the Aurora. Here comes the stance, but of course Matilda with the circling eagle just moving away right there. But just look at that beautiful Project Glacier taking just one person down though. But then Alpha trying to do something right there. Jazz behind the scenes trying to zone away the squishies. But of course, who can survive with those stans coming in from Romcom? But just look at the Flying Valentine all the way from the bot lane taking that kill. But then again, there are the trade-offs one by one. But look at that two men Reese right there and both the teams might look for the disengage right now. And Blazing Olympus on the upper hand for the starter region.
Oh my god, the way they are taking this game away is truly astonishing with that. This is an easy turtle. Come on, there's no contest for it. Haikatsu trying his best to give out information while Yamraj also trying to see that if they're able to get it, but at the same time, Rowden all alone. Angela with the ult. There's some stunts coming in. It's not stopping. There's heals. Look at that Fredrin and the appraisal breath. This is what I was talking about. So much damage. Moves ahead to the next target. Kashi looking quite juicy, and he will be taken down. Double kill for this Fredrin.
I mean, just look at him, Peachy level 10. Level 10 on only 7 minutes into the game, and once again, Funny Valentine will be taken away. The Sanguine Claws trying to do something, but that's what I was saying. Look at the damage from the appraisal's rod. Raren being the beast right there with the level, with the gold he has right now. He is unstoppable, and the side of Team DS doesn't have enough damage. They do not have enough gold, and the snowball is completely in the hands of Blazing Olympus right now. Might even see an early end to this game.
That's true. Raren needs the support coming in from okay. Spear of Alpha driving in. Raren getting stand out the appraisal. Oh my god, did you just see the damage? 4,000 critical damage coming in from Raren. That is crazy when you're on a Fredrin, and on that, Brendan jumps in with a Zaman Force. Jazz trying his best to give the Infernal Pursue coming in, but no, thus gets a little bit of damage coming in from that Aurora. They're not stopping. Another appraisal but jumps in at the right moment, but no crit damage being transferred upon Team Dakusena. Look at them. This is just not stopping.
Well, at this point, I would really like to see the itemization coming from both the sides because just look the amount of gold they have right now. Just look at the Matilda barely managing to grab onto the flask. Finally, Kobe is going in for the magic defense. But of course, the Harriet and the Angel are doing a lot of damage right there. But look at the team fight once again. The Appraiser's Sword taking down Yamraj, and the Circling Eagles won't be enough to do anything. Right in the side Harriet, the heals are there, still surviving. Kobe is trying to do something, but it is 1 versus 5 as 5 members down. Raren, the freeze coming in, the CC coming in, the heals coming in, and with that, it's a complete wipe out from the side of Dakusena. What are they supposed to do at this point, PT? I think even playing safe isn't the option anymore.
Never an option. Now that Raren has been just going around in the turrets, making sure that he's just transferring like 4,000 damage. That is crazy in one instance. It's just like, look at that, Brendan going in. That was the Zaman Force, as well as, the Valentina, not the Valentina, sorry, the Matilda helping them to survive. They do have that. And also, do you look at the, HP bar of the Raren? Look at that, push and pull coming in from the Raren. The Angela ult is there, but he will be shut down. Finally, we are seeing a good amount of, gold transferring into the hands of Team Dakusena. Look at that, they don't stop their Romcom getting attacked on. Thus comes in with a, Winter Crown, but to no avail. He will be shut down as well.
That was a throw, PG. That was a definite throw. I mean, Raren is doing an amazing job. He has that gold lead, but then again, giving a shutdown 9-0. Like, he's definitely the one with the most gold out there, but giving the shutdowns to the Irita, to the opponent, is not something you really want. At the same time, Romcom going in alone. you need to wait up for your Harriet, you need to wait up for your mage because they are the ones who are providing the space for them because Aurora's freezes are so well. Giving the space and time to dish out the damage, but then going without them is a fatal mistake for them. And Blazing Olympus really need to make sure that they not throw the game if they really want to win it out because one mistake can lead to a very fatal ending.
That's true. That's true. The something is something about the Madakusena. They are still making sure that they have a successful defense. Now that they've been making sure that they won't be losing any inhibitors, which is the main concern. Because if you lose an inhibitor, that is going to be a problem. The Lord's going to be marching quite in the minion wave, the minion pressures is definitely going to be like off the charts. That's a lot to take in, and come on, the game has been going in so quickly that the level 2 lord has just become level 1 lord, and you don't want to mess with that. So yep, with that, team DS are actually trying to make sure that they are clearing it up as much as possible, but blazing Olympus repeatedly poking them, inviting them for a team fight. They just don't want to stop.
Well, yes, definitely. And with that, I would like to see the equipments that how they have built it up because we definitely do want a lot of anti-heal coming in from both the sides, considering there is an Angela as well as our Matilda, and she already has the flask. So I think Dhagusena, the only option they have since just look at the gold lead, which is 8K for the side of Team Olympus. So maybe waiting for the side of Team Blazing Olympus to make some crucial mistakes can be a way to go. But the second lot of the game already onto the field, Lauren trying to contend along with the Alpha. Alpha, I think I think he should mind his position because if he's so much there in front, but look at the behind the scenes right there, the stunlock coming in from the Badang. Angela with the hot guard trying to save up Romcom right there, but one crucial ult used up. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we do see the Alpha charging in for Madara, but unfortunately, 3 versus 1, he will be taken down. Behind the scenes, Romcom doing an amazing job with the zone out. I mean, that is why I hate Badang Pechi.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Kashi, that attempt was really, really, really good, but unfortunately not your day. That was too much. The chain CC that Blazing Olympus has is something not to be taken as a joke. But look at the items as of now. Two Winter Crown coming in. That would be the Fredrin as well as the Barang. Oh, truly well laid it out because they are the ones frontlining and they are the ones who will be needing the most. So yep, that's looking quite good. Looking at the Irithel as well, farmed up. She does have the main items for herself. The flask looking quite full as well. But I want to see some more action of this Sicilian because the true potential is still not quite dead on coming in for this Phobius.
Well, definitely just look at Blazing Olympus charging in once again. The fist pack coming in. Moby is forced to use up that flicker right there. But then once again, people falling down left and right. Madara locking down onto that base. And with that, I think it will be a victory for the side of Team Blazing Olympus. Pretty easy early game for them. Only two lords, 12